Hi.
So, what do you enjoy doing for fun?
I like cheese.
Cheese. Yeah, but like,
Okay.
I like
that's not
Gouda,
really
a hobby.
I like sharp
But
cheddar,
sure. Parmesan.
I like cheese too.
Havarti.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Goat cheese. Blue cheese.
Oh.
Really, any kind of cheese. Monterey Jack for sure. Definitely a nice Swiss. I like a brie.
Wow, you
I like
really like cheese, huh?
You know, like an
Okay.
old cheese.
Anyways.
Sometimes even a new cheese.
Is that the
It really
time?
kind of depends on my mood, and
Oh.
I better Gouda out of here. Okay, bye.
That was a good cheese joke. That joke was cheddar. It was very Gouda.
Do you think they serve cheese at this place? Hello everyone, welcome back to Solo Mode. My name is Jamie from Foster the Meeple, and I'm back again today to do another solo playthrough with you. And today's solo play is going to be on Fromage from R2I Games, designed by Ben Rosset and Matthew O'Malley. Now, I love this game. I love this game. I first played this game on Board Game Arena without knowing the rules and instantly was like, I don't even know what's going on, but I know that I love this game. Then I got a physical copy and played it and I was like, oh, I really love this game, and now it's one of my most played games. It's just, I play it constantly on Board Game Arena. I'll play it physically any chance that I get, and I've recently discovered the solo mode of this game, and so I'm really excited to play it with you today as a solo game. So, as per usual with these videos, I'm going to give you a little overview of how the game works, and then we're going to dive into the play to see if I can beat the corporation, aka Big Cheese. Let's get into it. All right, my friends, welcome to Fromage. Here is the beautiful board of cheese stuff. For anybody that hasn't played Fromage before, the solo game is going to play very similarly for me as a multiplayer game, but it introduces an automa or an AI character, which is the corporation. So how Fromage works, I'm going to explain the whole game and then I'll explain how the corporation works, but how Fromage works is each round I am going to be working and the AI is going to be working in a quarter of the board, and each quarter of the board is essentially its own little mini game basically. But maybe to start, let's talk about each of the mini games and the board that you see. Now, I unfortunately do not have the fancy version with the Lazy Susan, so please excuse my choppy spinning. I'm gonna do my best. This is not my best charcuterie board moment. It's fine. So how a round is going to work in a multiplayer game, everybody plays simultaneously in their own quarter. In the solo game, me and the AI character are going to be working in the same quarter. But you can do two things on your turn. You can make cheese and you can gather resources. Now later in the game, as we unlock a few other things, we might have a few other options, but just know that's kind of the main two things that you can do. Now I have three little workers here. I have a yellow cheese worker, a blue cheese worker, and a white cheese worker. And these are the workers that I am going to need to place out in order to make the cheese. So to make a cheese, you need to have an available cheese token and a worker in that color. So let's just say I wanted to make this white cheese. I would need to place my cheese token there and then place my white cheese worker on top of it. That's how you make cheese. There's a little bit of nuance that's going to come into it, which I'll explain in a second, but that is how you make cheese. So long as you have the proper available worker and a piece of cheese, you're good to go. Now, the other thing that I mentioned you can do is you can gather resources. In each quadrant, there's going to be a different type of resource that you can gather. So as an example in this one, it's going to be structures. I need an available worker. You don't need to place any cheese for this, but I need an available worker of any color. If I place it in the 1 slot, I immediately gather 1 of that type of resource. If I place it in the 2, immediately gather 2. And if I place it in the 3, I would immediately gather 3. A question many people have is, Okay, why wouldn't you always put it in 3? So how this game works, it's obviously a worker placement game, but you don't get your workers back right away at the end of each turn. How it will work is this board is going to be spinning. Anytime that you place a worker on a cheese that is on a bronze plate, that means that you're going to get that worker back in the next round. Basically, the workers are going to be moving with the board. Okay, here's a visual example. Now that worker is facing me, which means at the beginning of my turn, I will get her back. Bronze plates, you get back on the next turn. So basically, the board is going to do 1 quarter rotation and you'll get that worker back. Silver plates are going to take 2 rotations to get back, so you won't get that worker back for another 2 turns, and gold plates will take 3 turns. The gold spots are often a little bit more lucrative depending on the quarter that you're in. The same thing is going to go for the resources. So if you take 1 resource, you'll get that worker back next turn, 2 resources, 2 turns, and 3 resources, 3 turns. So that's a decision space that you need to work within for this game. Another thing to note when making cheese, you may notice that some areas of the board have this berry or this jam symbol. In order to make those kinds of cheese, not only do you need an available cheese and the proper worker, but you also need to have a berry available in your basket. Let's talk about the resources now because this feels like a good time to talk about them. We have 4 different kinds of resources. We have order cards, structures, berries, and cows. Anytime that you collect an order card, you will simply draw an order card and put it face up next to your board. This card is going to tell you that you will complete this order if you make this kind of cheese on this type of plate at a future turn. So let's just say I had received this card earlier and I'm in this section. It's saying make a white cheese on a gold plate. If I were to make the white cheese on the gold plate, I complete the order. The order then flips over and goes to the other side of your board. At the end of the game, it's basically set collection. So the more orders you get, the more points you will get at the end of the game. So that's how orders work. Then we have structures. Now at the top of our board, we have 4 different structures that we can build, each needing different amounts of the structure tokens. When you gain a structure, you're just going to put it right here off to the side, and when you're ready to build a structure, you can do that on your turn. So if I wanted to build this kitchen, I would just move 2 of my structure pieces here. Then these are going to unlock different abilities. So the first one here, and I'm going to be actually drafting some different tiles, so these won't be what I'm using, but just to give you some examples, on the base boards, typically the first space is going to give you an additional worker placement space. So that means you could place out 2 of your workers, and if you have a third, you could throw them on the floor. And if you have a third, you can place them on that space to take that action, and usually it's going to be to gather some form of resource, and once again, that's on the base board. Now, the second one is typically going to be when you gain X, gain another one of those things. In this instance, when gaining a structure, gain an additional structure. The third one is usually going to be when you place a cheese out in a particular area of the board, you get something. This is if I place a cheese in the bistro, I gain a berry. And lastly, it's going to be some kind of end game scoring type of thing. So this example is for each cow in a pasture, you gain a point. All right. But like I said, I will be drawing and drafting new tiles to put out here. So there's going to be some different variability within that. The next type of resource are your animals. So there's cows, sheep, and goats, and you are making milk to make cheese, basically. Anytime that you gain animals, they're just going to go out here into the field, and when you're ready to use them, you'll put them in the pasture. So this first one is going to require 2 animals, and it will allow you to make that type of cheese on that color plate for free without a worker, which means that you could potentially place out more than 1 cheese on your turn. So if I had placed these 2 animals here, I can make a blue cheese on a bronze plate for free. So I wouldn't need to place a worker out. Then we have berries, and I already mentioned berries are used to make cheese with berries and jam. Anytime you gain berries, they're going to go into your basket. Anytime that you use a berry to make those particular things, so if I made this berry cheese, I would move my berry to the cheese. If I made the jam, I would have moved it over here. And at the end of the game, you are going to multiply what you have made for berry cheese multiplied by jam cheese for an end game score. These are my starting resources because I can get, oh, I've already moved it. But when I started to my left, I had berries, so I got 1 berry, and then the next one, oh, sorry, I did that in the opposite. I get 2 berries and 1 cow because that's how the resources started. Okay, that's all of the resources and how a turn works, but let's talk about each quadrant. So since bistro's in front of us, let's start there. The bistro wants you to put cheese out on plates, but preferably you want to put cheeses in pairs. So if you put cheese out on the plate, but you haven't created a pair, meaning 2 cheeses on 1 table, you're going to score the points according to the top row. If I had made 1 pair and I continue to place out cheese, well then I've made 1 pair, so I could do this row. If you make 2 pairs, you get to score based on this row, so on and so forth. So you want basically at least 1 pair to score well in here, but the more the better. And because we are playing a solo game, there are some areas that are blocked off. Next up, we have the festival. And the festival is all about adjacency. So you are going to score your group of adjacent cheese, and all of these with the France flag symbol on them are going to be free spots. So as an example, if this is what the board looked like at the end of the game for me, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 adjacent cheeses, which would score me 15 points. Okay. Then we have the fromagerie. The fromagerie just wants you to make cheese on different shelves. So ideally you would have a cheese on all 6 shelves, in which case you would score 20 points. If you only had them on 2 shelves, you would score 2 points, but you're not going to get anything extra for having multiple cheeses on the same shelf. So you want to spread it out. Whenever you place on this side, you are going to have some sort of a resource. Here you get any 2 different resources. Here you get to choose any resource, and here you can exchange 1 resource for the other. On this side, it's just straight up victory points at the end of the game. And last but not least, we have the ville. This section is an area control section. So each of these tokens are going to be scored at the end of the game, both by me and the AI character. So you are trying to get an area majority in these regions in order to score those tokens. Anything that's on a gold plate touches 3 regions, silver touches 2, and bronze will be in just 1. So that's all area control. And this is where the board started to match my starting resources, so we'll leave it here. In a multiplayer game, you're simultaneously playing in your own quadrant and you're just continuing until somebody uses their last piece of cheese. That is the end game trigger. It's kind of similar how the game ends using the AI, but let's talk about how they play. So they're a little bit different. They have all of these cheeses that they can put out, but what they're going to do at the beginning of the turn, at the beginning of the round, they're going to go first and they will pull an order card. They will then take a cheese from their board and place the cheese in that corresponding area if they are able. So in this instance, they want a white cheese on a gold plate. They would place their cheese there, and then this card would get discarded. Now, if there weren't any available white cheeses, like let's say I pulled this and there were no gold white cheeses, instead that order card is going to go into their order pile and they're going to score points off of that at the end of the game. We don't want that. I'm going to have to shuffle that back in. Now we're going to be playing on the level 3 corporation. There's 4 different levels that you can play, each of which getting more and more difficult. So level 1 is a little bit more entry. Level 3 is going to be a little bit more difficult. So I thought, why not spice it up and get not all the way tough, but a little bit tough. So how their board is going to work is anytime they place a cheese out on a cheese that has a berry, they're going to gain a berry and put it here on their board. And then they're going to score berries at the end of the game based on their chart here. So we don't want that, that's for sure. How else are they going to score points is the furthest uncovered symbol. They're going to score that amount of points. So if it had been all the way up here, 39, the highest that they can get is 47. They're going to score 3 points per order card. They will score for their berries, and then they will also score for the areas that they control in this section. And that is going to be their endgame score. The game will also end if they use their last cheese, and strategy-wise, it is typically you don't want to rush cheese if you're playing in a multiplayer game, but in this solo game, I would prefer to run out of cheese before they do because I don't want them to score 47 points. And I think, oopsies, and I think that's everything. If anything else comes up during the gameplay, I will let you know, but it's pretty straightforward. So the first thing that I am going to do before we get started is I'm going to draft some of these tiles to change up my board. So how they suggest you do this in a solo game is draw 4, keep 1, discard the rest. Draw 3, keep 1, discard the rest. Draw 2, keep 1, discard the other, and then draw 1 until you have 4, and you can place them anywhere that you want on your board. So we have the grocery shop, foundation, gift shop, and the buyer. So this one means that I would need 1 less cow to put in a pasture. That's pretty good. I'd need 1 less structure to build a building. That's pretty good. They're all going to be good. And also they're all written on the back. Place your soft cheese worker here to move any one of your incomplete orders to your stack of complete orders. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then there's the grocery shop. When making cheese on a fromagerie shelf with the resource bonus, enact the display sign a second time. I think I'm actually going to take this one. So I don't have to place them yet until I get all of them, but let's discard those off to the side and then draw 3 more. Whoop, 3 more. So I also want to keep in mind like the building cost because I don't want a bunch that costs like 4. So we have the Stanchion barn. When using the milking parlor, the bonus cheese may be any type, soft, hard, or blue, instead of the type shown on the milking parlor. These kind of work well together. We have the farmhouse. Discard an incomplete order to the bottom of the deck to gain a structure token, and the sales office. After completing an order card, gain livestock token, which kind of goes well with that. So let's maybe do that. Then we'll draw 2. Okay, so we have the cafe. At end game, score 2 prestige points per bistro table where you have at least 1 cheese token. That's pretty good. And workers' quarters. At the end of the game, take 1 extra turn. I think I'm going to do the cafe. And then we just have to take this one. This is the distribution center. 3 cheese in each venue. I will get 6 points. At end game, score 6 prestige points if you have at least 3 cheese token in each of the 4 venues. So let's put that there because that's going to be an end game thing. Put this here. Now I could choose to like not use some of these and keep some of the ones that I have, but I bought them for a reason, so let's just do that. Neat. So we're going for a bit of a cow strat, I think. I don't hate it. I freaking love cows. Okay, that's everything. That's the setup. We're good to go. We've got our scoring pad here. It's Jamie versus Big Cheese. We don't want Big Cheese to win. We want Jamie to win. So that's what we're doing. Let's go. So they get to start by pulling an order card. And they are going to make a yellow cheese on a silver plate. And there is only one, so that's where they're going to go. And then we're going to discard that. We'll just put it off to the side. Now it's me. Now this section I find to be decently important, but I always think about that. So I do have 2 berries. And berries are good. So I like to look at where these are. I might right out of the gate, I'm gonna make this jam yellow cheese on a gold plate, knowing that I'm not going to get that back for 3 rounds. But to me, I want to start taking up any of the berry spaces because they're getting points off of berries. Then I think that we want 2 structures. Because we want 2 structures because we would like to start building some of this stuff out. And I think the first thing we want to build out is our buyer. I assume that's how you say it. So now, anytime that I use one of these, I have to use one less animal. So technically I could use this one right now to do a silver plated blue cheese, but I just don't know if it's like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. So that's my turn. I have not given myself an extra worker placement spot, which could be bad, but it's gonna be fine. Now we turn. Whoop, whoop. So you'll see. Wouldn't it be nice if I had a lazy Susan? Yes, it would be. None of my ladies are facing me. They won't even look me in the eye at this point. So I have one worker to place, which means I need to make a decision on my turn. Do I want to make the cheese or would I prefer an order card? That doesn't matter because they get to go first. They're going to put theirs on a yellow cheese gold, which is right here. Phew. Okay. So Sissy, do you see? They start with 35 points right off the bat. Like that's the first thing that they unlock. Now I have this white cheese and I'm not starting off good by placing so many on gold plates, but I'm gonna place this one here and put that. Wait, is that a berry? Yeah, a berry. That's it. I'm only going to get one worker back, and so it might be beneficial for me to place in a bronze this next round so I can have a little bit more to work with. Also, I'll just mention, as per usual, you know, I'm not the best at this game. Sometimes I do okay. Other times, not so much. So she's looking at me. She can come home. Let's do the corporation. Freaking big cheese. They want a bronze white cheese. And if there's multiple, we get to choose. This isn't saying that I have to prioritize though, so I will not. Now, I have a blue cheese worker, and the only bronze blue needs a berry. And unfortunately, I am plumb out of berries. So I might, oh no, I'd still need a berry for that. Gosh darn. I think I might just try and get an animal. Let's just get an additional animal. See where that gets us. We could technically use this now, so because I have 2, and this one needs 3 minus 1, for a silver yellow cheese, which is up here, but I might wait and use that over here. I already feel like I'm not on a good start. Should I just use that now? I think I should, actually. I'm gonna do these 2 to get a silver yellow cheese to just put a cheese out, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping up with them putting cheese out so that I can stop them from getting too many cheeses. Cheese and rice. All right, now I'm going to have 2 back. Perfect. And our cheese stays out. All right, they in the fromagerie are putting it on a bronze blue cheese. There's only one of those. Now, I should get some berries. I think I'm going to get a couple berries. So if I put one out, yeah, I'm going to get 2 berries, I think. It's always good to get your resources first. Then what I might do is I might place this bronze yellow with a berry. It's going to get me 1 point at the end of the game. And that's going to be that because I don't have any more animals. Now I'm going to get 2 of my workers back. Ladies, welcome. Okay, so I have to pull them first. They want a bronze blue. Bronze blue, baby. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. I don't want them to get these because those are worth 5 points. So I think I am both going to make a cheese and get some structures. But the cheese that I want is this cheese. Even though it's a gold, it's going to take me a little while to get it back. That is the right decision. Because I'm trying to get majority in these 2 areas, because these ones are worth the most points. Now you little lady, I'm only going to get 1 back next turn. Yep, I'm getting 3 structures. This is chaos, but I'm doing it. Which means I can build a cafe or a distribution center, but I think I'm going to build the cafe and just try and get some cheese out in that bistro because that's going to get me 2 points at the end of the game. That's everybody. Off we go. I'm not getting either of those ones back for like another couple rounds. So I need to use you wisely, don't I? Yes, I do. All right, they're going for a gold white cheese, which is right up here. So far, they haven't collected any fruit, which is good news bears for us. So I want to place this on this bronze with the fruit, bronze blue with the fruit. I need to make some more jam stuff because this is only 3 times 1. We need a better multiplier, in my personal opinion. And I do want to be making cheese here, okay, because of that cafe. All right, so I'm gonna get one back. And they are placing out on a silver blue. And I get to choose. So I'm going to put it down here. All right, me. Now, I can do this. Shoot. I want, the only bronze blue is here. I think instead I might just get 2 cows. I might just get 2 cows. Because, what is that, a silver yellow? It doesn't do anything for me here. We'll need some cows for later. So let's just let that be that. I've seen somebody win heavily using this area. I think you win heavily using every area, to be honest with you. Okay, so they are gonna go, they want a bronze blue, but there isn't one. There isn't one. So this goes to their order card section. I have a white and a yellow. I think I want, yes, this is what I want. So I'm gonna get 2 berries, pop, pop, and then I'm gonna make a jam cheese here. And this is gonna give you 1 of any resource, and I think I'll take a cow. Don't have a cow, so I can unlock this one, which is a gold yellow. I wonder if I should save that. You can look around the board and see what's coming up. Gold, yellow. There aren't any left here. There's lots here. I actually think I should just use it right here. Gold, yellow, because I only need 3 little cowies. Cowie wowies. Okay, here we go. Man, this game is so quick. Even when you're playing multiplayer, it's like snap, 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 snap. All right, 1 lady back. They are making a silver blue. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Okay. So, new thing has been unlocked for them. They are now pulling 2 order cards and placing cheese out. So they're ramping up. So you, little lady, we need to make some cheese. So I have blue. There's a silver blue here with a jam. Let's do it. Silver blue, jam. Ugh, I'm stressed out. I have 3, 6 left, and they have so many, but they're gonna be pulling 2 now. They still haven't gotten any berries. Don't they know that that's their silly goal? Okay, we get 2 people back, and they are pulling 2 order cards. So they have, shoot. They have a bronze white, so they're blocking my pair there, and a silver yellow. Oh, shoot. Oh, we can put it, oh no, there's only 1. I don't want to give them a berry. Okay, so I have 2 things. I haven't gotten like any order cards. Neither of mine are blue, which is a bummer. Could do a yellow, but the only one, oh, I could do a yellow. I could do yellow. Let's do yellow. Right here, yellow bronze, and then I'll get it back next turn. And then we may as well get an order card or 2 order cards because we're gonna get 2 workers back. So let's just do that. Okay, so this is looking for white cheese. We're not getting that one back next turn. That's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Cheese makes you happy, not stressed. That's for sure. Okay, 2 people back. Hiya. Oops. All right. They're pulling 2 order cards. They're gonna make, oh, this is brutal. They're gonna make a gold yellow. So let's put them over here. And then they're gonna make a bronze blue. So they're gonna get their first berry. Shoot, all right. I have a blue and a yellow. What I really need is a white. I have no berries. Huh. I am scoring so poorly in this section. And they're not scoring this section, so they're really just kind of blocking me off. But I wonder, should I get a couple cows? I'm gonna make a gold blue here, because that helps me out a little bit. And then I will get 1 cow. Or a sheep, whatever comes first. What came first, the cow or the sheep? Beep. Okay. 2 back. And they're pulling 2 order cards. Oh my God, they're at 37 points. So they want bronze blue and a gold blue, and they can do both. So we'll do this one and this one, which is gonna get them another berry. So 2 berries is only 1 point. It's not horrible. Okay, so I can make this silver cheese, complete this order. I think I'll do that. At least it gives me an extra point. Ooh, no, there's no bronze blue. There's no bronze blue here. I should get at least 1 more berry, I think. I'll get a berry. Oop. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing very good, but who's to say? All right, they are gonna do a silver white. Shoot. And a gold blue. Shoot. I'm getting trounced by big corporations. I'm still winning here. We're tied here. There's no other spots. I'm winning here. Also, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. They're potentially ending it next turn if they can. So I gotta do something. I guess I'll go here. Give up on the structures, because there's no bronze blue unless they leave me that plate over there, which would be really super nice of them. Whee, I get everybody back. Okay, moment of truth, see if they end it here. So they want a white gold, there is none, and a yellow gold. There is none, so they're not ending it. That's good for me. Okay, I have all of my workers back. I need to do this. So I'm gonna make a silver jam yellow cheese, because that's gonna give me a pair, which will be really nice. Oh, I should do this. I could end it right now. I'm just thinking, there's no bronze white, so I can't complete this order. I'm just trying to think of what could I do to help myself out here. But really, there's nothing, so I think maybe I should just end it. And instead of doing that right away, I think I might need to, what was I gonna do? The blue. Blue bronze. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I wanna get 3 order cards to see if I can make something of myself before I make this cheese. All right, so silver blue, silver yellow, and a bronze yellow. Okay, so we're gonna use this because I get a discount to make a bronze blue. Not here. But if I make the silver yellow like I was planning on, then I have completed this order, at the very least. Okay, so that's it. I'm out of cheese, which means we're done. And now we have to count up points. So let's do that. What a quick game. I always like to bring my workers back, throw things around. So, like I said, they're going to be scoring slightly differently. So let's just do that. Their highest, because they're not going to be scoring in the bistro. So their highest is going to be 43 points. And then we'll do their fruit, their orders, and then this part later. So they're not actually doing any of these things. Yes, they are. They're scoring this one. Which one is that? The bills. Okay. Oops. All right, let's start with the bistro, which is perfect. So the bistro, I have one pair, so I'll be scoring from here. And so I have 3 bronze, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3 points, 1 silver, so that's 6 points, and 1 gold. Oh, that's why I wanted to make that, but that's fine. And 1 gold for 5. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. And we'll score more at the end, but that's it for now. Moving on to the festival. My longest is here. 1, 2, 3 for 4 points. And up here I have 2 adjacent for 2 points. So we're going to get 6 points. And I already wrote down 4. Because I forgot about the other one. So 6 points. And they don't get anything for this section. Suckers. Then we score here. So I am on 1, 2, 3, 4 different shelves, which is 9 points. And then I'll get 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. And they're not getting anything for this section. But this section, on the other hand, is a little bit different. So I won this one. So I'm just going to take the tokens because I find that easier. I had the majority here. I have the majority here. We're tied here, so nobody gets it in this instance because it is a solo game. In a multiplayer game, there would be one for a number there for ties. Here, I'll get it. They're going to get this one and this one, okay? I think that's all of them. So I will score 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points, and they will score 6 points, okay? Because the white ones are worth 3, these tan ones are worth 4, and then the dark brown ones are worth 5. Okay, so that is done. So now we are going to see if we unlocked any of the end game structures, which I have unlocked 1 of those. And at the end of the game, I'll score 2 prestige points per bistro table where I have at least 1 cheese token. So let's go back to the bistro. And I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I did not unlock my distribution center, so we won't be scoring that one. Okay. And they don't get anything for that. For fruit, they will. So they have 4 fruit, and that's 3 points. That's not that bad. Then for me, I will have 3 times 4. So I'll have 12 points. Orders, I only did 2 orders, so I only get 2 points. And they're going to get 3, so 3, 6, 9. Then, last thing for me, which I do. I'll get 1 point per 2 unused resources. So I have 3 unused order cards, so I'll get 1 point. And now we calculate. All right, 11 plus 6 plus 15 plus 13 plus 8 plus 12 plus 2. There's not a chance. I only scored 68. And they started with 43. 43 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9. I did it. I freaking did it. So I scored 68 and they scored 61. Take that, big cheese. I feel very proud of myself because I played level 1 and level 2 the other day and I won level 1 and I did not beat level 2. So that is Fromage Solo. And like I said, all of the corporations, there's 4 different ones, they're all just on the backs of the player boards. So here's level 1, here is level 2, this one's level 3, and if I just scoot everything off, here's level 4. So level 4 is also scoring fruit, double orders, their orders, the area control, and then if the corporation's last drawn order card has silver cheese, you cannot put a worker on the 2 resource tile, and if it's gold, you cannot put a worker on the 3. So this one's messing with you more than anything. I haven't played this one yet. I just love Fromage. It's so quick and snappy. There's a ton of variability because you have the structure tiles that are printed on your board, but like you have so many other ones and they all mix and match. Each of these, it's like a puzzle piece, so you can arrange them in any way. The resources can go in any direction. And I will mention as well, these slide out. So, and they're all double-sided. So because I use this one today, this is different and I can use this another day. So there's just so much variability. And I'm just getting really hyped up because the Italian version of this game is coming out soon. And I did have a chance to play the prototype for that, and I'm very excited. I'm just really excited for it. Anyways, that's Fromage. I would love to know in the comments below, have you played Fromage? Have you tried it solo? Do you enjoy playing it solo? If you haven't tried it, I would recommend it because it is a very simple rule set for a solo game, which I love. It's not a lot of extra work, and the Automa character is really, really easy. Not to beat sometimes, but easy to manage. That's everything that I have for this month's solo mode. I am going to have all of the links and information that you need for the BGG page for Fromage down in the description below. If you're interested, please do feel free to check it out. I will be back again next month with another solo playthrough. As per usual, if you have any suggestions of games you might like to see, please feel free to leave those in the comments. But that's me, Jamie from BoardGameGeek and Foster the Meeple, and I'll see you again next month. Goodbye! Happy eating cheese!